There's a moment, and you know the one where you sit down to do something you used to love, and you feel absolutely nothing. No resistance, no excitement, no emotion, just static. Your brain just doesn't respond, and you try to fix it the only way you know how. Or you do what everyone says, just rest. Take a break or go for a walk. It'll pass, but none of it works. And this is where it gets confusing. Because if this were just tiredness, rest should fix it. That's what burnout actually feels like. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening inside your brain when burnout hits, and the 4-step override to bring yourself back online. First of all, let us identify the common misconception and clear up that burnout isn't fatigue. Fatigue is your body asking for rest. Burnout is your brain refusing to participate. And the worst part? The people most likely to burn out are not the lazy ones. They're the ones who care the most, the ones who tied their entire sense of self-worth to result they produce. And this is where it starts to feel strange. It's that nothing feels rewarding anymore. You're still working, still trying, still pushing, but the feeling you're expecting at the end never really shows up. That sense of satisfaction, that small, this was worth it feeling, it's just not there. And here's why. Your brain uses a reward chemical to mark progress. But in burnout, that system stops responding to small wins. So now, finishing something doesn't feel good. Progress doesn't feel real. Even achievements feel flat. Which means the only way to feel anything is to aim higher, work harder, chase bigger results. But here's the trap. Even those bigger results don't last. They feel good for a moment, and then your brain goes quiet again. And that is what we say, dopamine tolerance. Your brain builds a tolerance to its own reward system. So now you're stuck in this loop, doing more, feeling less, achieving more, enjoying it less. And at the same time, something else is happening underneath. Your brain starts connecting your worth to those results. So it begins to feel like, if this goes well, I'm okay. If it doesn't, something's wrong with me. So now it's not just work anymore, it's personal. Every outcome feels like a judgment. And this is why burnout feels so heavy, because you're not just losing motivation. You're feeling that anything you do is not enough. This isn't laziness. This isn't a lack of discipline. This is your brain caught in a loop, where reward isn't landing. This is the same mechanism behind every addiction. But here, the drug is your own productivity. And once it does, willpower won't save you. Encouragement won't save you. Because the part of your brain responsible for motivation has already gone offline. Before we go any further, I want you to do something with me. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, out through your mouth for 6. That slight calm you just felt, that's your vagus nerve pulling your nervous system out of fight or flight. That's your biology responding to a signal of safety. Remember that feeling, because it's the vital part of everything we are talking about. Here's your 4-step override to break the burnout loop. These aren't inspirational tips. These are biological interventions designed to target the 3 systems we just talked about. Step 1, cortisol reset. Enforce a discharge window. Your brain's stress response needs regular signals that it's safe to switch off. A daily practice where nothing is demanded from you. Otherwise, it keeps running in the background. 15 minutes of non-negotiable, non-productive activity where your body can discharge accumulated cortisol. This means movement, not exercise for fitness, but movement for regulation. A walk with no podcast, shaking your hands out. Even humming activates the vagus nerve and signals your hypothalamus to down-regulate cortisol production. Every single day. This is not optional. This is neurological maintenance, the same way you charge your phone. Because your body doesn't reset through thinking, it resets through motion. Step 2, identity decoupling, the I am not my output protocol. This is the hardest one. Your brain has fused your sense of self with what you produce. We need to create separation. Here's how. Every day, write down one thing you did that has nothing to do with productivity. You held a cup of coffee and actually tasted it. You notice light shifting across a wall. You sit for a moment without reaching for your phone. This sounds trivially small. It is neurologically massive. You are teaching your prefrontal cortex that you exist outside of what you create. You exist outside performance, outside achievement. You're rebuilding a self-concept that isn't contingent on output. In neuroscience, this is called self-referential processing. You are literally bringing it back online, one small observation at a time. Step 3, dopamine recalibration. Right now, your brain only reacts to big wins. Shrink the reward window. Your dopamine system is depleted because you've been chasing big, distant rewards. The viral video, the perfect project, the validation that you're enough. To reset it, you need to start generating dopamine from tiny completions. Finish something small, not goals. Fold a towel, send one email, draw one line. The key is this: notice that you finished it. Don't move on immediately. Pause. That pause is where your brain starts relearning reward again. Let the completion register. I call this dopamine tagging. You're manually tagging small wins so your reward system learns to fire again at a healthy baseline. Within 2 to 3 weeks, you'll notice something strange. The flatness starts to lift, not because anything external changed, but because you retrained the circuit. Step 4, amygdala retraining, safe failure practice. Right now, your brain treats mistakes like danger. This isn't just fear of failing, it's deeper than that. Your brain started believing that if you're not good enough, you're not safe. So every mistake feels bigger than it actually is. To override this, you need to practice failing on purpose, in low-stakes environments. Do something slightly imperfect. Write something not perfect. Draw something incomplete. Say something imperfect out loud. And then, this is the critical part. Notice that you're still alive. Nothing bad happened. The amygdala learns through experience, not logic. You cannot think your way out of a fear response. You have to show your nervous system that the threat isn't real. Each micro-failure that doesn't result in catastrophe rewrites the prediction. Over time, your brain stops treating imperfection as an emergency. I want to leave you with something. If you're in burnout right now, if you're watching this and thinking, this is exactly where I am, because you can't sleep and you can't work and you can't figure out what's wrong with you, there is nothing wrong with you. Your brain did exactly what it was designed to do. It protected you from a loop that was consuming you. The shutdown wasn't a failure, it was a firewall. The problem was never that you didn't work hard enough. The problem was that you were taught, by school, by family, by the world, that your worth lives inside your productivity, and your brain believed it. It believed it so deeply that when the work threatened to destroy you, it couldn't separate stop working from stop existing. But now you know. Now you know it's a circuit, it's a loop. It's biology and can be rewritten. Not overnight, not with a single video, but one discharged window, one tiny observation, one dopamine tag, one safe failure at a time. Your brain is not broken. It's waiting for a signal that it's safe to come back online. Give it one.